Hey Kaitlyn, how's it going?
Pretty good. It's a Friday, so I'm excited for the weekend.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in San Jose, which is in the Bay Area.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a brother and he's in high school.
Dodgers, Giants, or neither?
Giants, because I used to go to their games as a kid, but now that I'm in LA, I might convert.
Coffee or tea?
Tea, all the way, no questions.
What did you want to be growing up?
At first, I wanted to be a paleontologist, and then when I learned I couldn't swim during the summer, I decided to be a ballet dancer. And that's a profession that stuck with me for most of my life.
Why did you stop pursuing ballet professionally?
I was diagnosed with severe scoliosis, so my spine was too crooked for me to dance all the time without a lot of pain.
How did it feel to get that diagnosis?
It was really frustrating and terrifying because I was only 11 at the time and it felt like everything that I loved I couldn't do anymore, so I just didn't know what to do with the rest of my life.
What has scoliosis taught you?
It's taught me a lot about resilience and patience. I had to relearn how to walk when I was first diagnosed because I had to wear this scoliosis brace, which is a really constricting plastic brace for 23 hours a day. So it was just like I had to relearn how to do everything.
What other career paths did you consider?
I considered being a fashion designer because I really loved to sew in middle school.
What's your first engineering memory?
In middle school, I sewed electroluminescent wire into a bumblebee costume for Halloween, and that was kind of my bridge into fashion and technology.
What's your favorite aspect of mechanical engineering?
I love how you can take a bunch of different parts and pretty much nothing and create something with it that can actually help improve people's lives.
Do you have an engineering soundtrack?
Yes. Anything from Billie Eilish.
Who's your favorite movie engineer or scientist?
Probably Alan Turing. I watched The Imitation Game and he started my love of cryptography.
What do you wish more people understood about engineering?
I wish people understood that engineering is incredibly creative. Typically, engineers are portrayed as very analytic and just kind of single-minded, but you have to use a lot of creativity to solve these big problems. I think it's got a little bit of art in there too.
What's been your biggest roadblock in pursuing mechanical engineering?
I don't have a strong foundation in science or math. I was a performing arts kid when I was young, so really trying to catch up with my peers and try to understand everything, that's been my biggest difficulty.
What's your current dream job?
I hope to work in a startup or create my own startup that's somewhere in robotics and biomechanics. I just want to help people improve their movement.
What would you invent if you could create anything?
Right now, I would like to create a backpack that helps people with lower back pain or back issues like scoliosis be able to participate in hiking activities or just carry things around in daily life without pain.
What's a problem you hope to solve in your lifetime?
I hope to improve prosthetics, especially for children, so that they can just be kids and not have to worry about how to make their arm work.
What advice would you give to young girls curious about engineering?
I would tell them to take any opportunity that comes at you and don't be afraid to reach out. Even if you feel like you don't have the strong technical background, you don't need one. Go find your local Girls Who Code chapter or robotics team and just try out. And for women currently in engineering, I encourage you to come back and mentor these young girls because they need you as role models.
Who do you admire?
I admire my mom. She's incredibly strong. She's had to work really hard to get everything in life. And so I hope I can be like her in terms of personality and in terms of drive.
What's your most prized possession?
My most prized possession is my Leatherman multi-tool. It was my 16th birthday gift and it's 12 or 14 tools in one.
When did you first start taking ballet?
I was 3.
When did you get your first pair of pointe shoes?
I was 9.5, so kind of on the young side for people.
What's your favorite ballet move?
Probably a soda shot or a tour jeté. Both of these are really big jumps and it just feels like for a fleeting second I'm flying.
How many fouettes can you do in a row?
Around 24 to 32 on flat and 16 or more on points.
How do art and engineering overlap for you?
I'd say they both require you to think outside of the box and try to imagine something that already isn't there.
If you met an alien and you could only share one thing about Earth, what would it be?
Dance. I think dance is a very human way of expression, and I would want them to see that.
What's your favorite ballet?
Don Quixote. It's full of joy. All right, bye.